Hip hop to me is culture, and hip hop to me is like a single-handed genre that literally took over pop culture completely and changed the course of music, in my opinion. When Biggie said, "Whoever thought hip hop would, make it this far," here's a kid from a third world country, raised in Queens, talking about, my experiences that may have been completely different from what hip hop was initially started with, but that's how far it's reached out. My earliest recollection of hip hop was when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, and I went to this really super Bengali grocery store, and there was a bunch of cassette tapes. And within all these cassette tapes, all these just foreign-ass, Bengali-ass cassette tapes, there's this one DMX's Dark and Hell is Hot tape. And they were selling it for like 75 cents because they didn't know that it was like fire. It was just there. So I was like, I'm gonna pick this up. I don't even know who you are, but I'm gonna listen to it. And then I bought a Walkman and I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is dope. My biggest teacher has been struggle. That to me is what grounded me all the time. Like I thought I had it rough, 1-bedroom apartment, rats and roaches, da-da-da-da-da, until I went back to Bangladesh. And I visited for the first time, and I was like, oh, I'm from like a 5-star hotel, compared to, and it really opened my eyes to understand like how much of the world, doesn't have anything. And what we think nothing is completely on a different scale than what nothing truly is. I've always wanted to separate myself from the pack because I think that's how you put a spotlight on yourself. Going to Bangladesh made me realize how to do that, and that was just taking where I'm from and loving where I'm from, coming back to Queens and understanding that the entire world is in Queens and that I grew up privileged to have all of these different cultures around me and a lot of places haven't, and taking those cultures and infusing them with what I do. I can never hide from being Bengali, right? Like I'm always gonna be that. I can't take away the fact that I am a brown, Muslim-born man. And then I was just like, maybe it's time to shove that in people's faces and understand that there's nothing wrong with that. It's amazing, it's beautiful, the culture's beautiful. And how do I implement the things that are beautiful about my culture into what I love about here and then present that to people? When you hear an Anik Khan song, there's always gonna be some flavor. You'll get the salt and pepper, but there's also cumin and turmeric in there every time.